If you're on the live, please like the live. Please share it. Share it with a friend. And ask that friend to share it with a friend. Tonight's topic will be an interesting one. The promotion that cost you your peace. Mr. Stewart, how are you? Oh, it's Joy Stewart. Miss Stewart. Oh, it's Joy, not Jade. It's Joy. Welcome, Joy. Maple, what's up? Oh, I will sing. Maple, what's on the menu for tonight? I know you like to cook, you know. Kevin Gibbs, what's up, bro? KFC, Maple. You're living life, man. Sounds like you with Mapen. Okay, I know. That's why I get KFC. Please tap the screen, like the live. Make sure you're tapping the screen. Everybody who's on live, who's online, tap the screen, share it with a friend, share the live with a friend. We're going to have a wonderful topic, wonderful discussion tonight. We will be talking about the job, the promotion that cost you your peace. Good night, Nikki. Nikki, how's my audio tonight? Nikki, give me some feedback on my audio. We've upgraded, Nikki. How's the audio, Nikki? How's the lighting, the new lighting, Nikki? So Nikki have new lighting, new audio. Sounds good. That's what we want. We're going for a top tier. So the lighting, like a real one. I was just talking about the power of journaling, just as a pre-show discussion. And because I found this journal today, and it has 10 things that I wrote in it since 2022. I'm not going to share them. I shared them already. It has 10 things in it that I wrote down that I wanted to achieve. I was 10 things I wanted just to do. Yeah, in it. I did it on the 24th of December 2022. I wrote the 10 things. And when I went back through the list today when I found it, I have achieved all but one. Yeah, I've achieved all but one. So I was just talking about the power of journaling. The power of journaling. And actually realizing that I do have a journal, a published journal, but I've not advertised it, I've not promoted it. But I'm gonna start doing that. And Nikki B, she won the first. She'll be getting the first copy of the journal. So she'll be able to give us some feedback about the journal. Welcome, Samara. Thank you for joining Leadership Unscripted. Our topic for tonight, the promotion that cost you your peace. That's our topic for tonight. The promotion that cost you your peace.
Is good. Yes.
We will start our live in about in the next 4 minutes.
Yeah, just.
But until then, please tap the screen.
Yeah.
Dav, please send the link to Ragobeer. Because I'm sure, yes. She's always complaining that I don't send it to her. So please send the link, the live link to her. Tonight's topic, the promotion that cost you your peace. That's the topic for tonight. The promotion that cost you your peace. We're now at 12.1k likes. We want to get to 30,000 tonight. We've never hit 30,000. We've gone like 22,000. Let us see if we can get to 30,000 tonight. Oh, 28k, Nikki. I stand corrected. 28k. So let's see if we can get to 30k tonight. In darkest nights. And I will live all my life. If you have something to give God thanks for tonight, you should be rocking. You should be rocking and tapping that screen. You should be rocking and tapping that screen. You should be rocking and tapping that screen. I can't sing JD. I can mumble a few lines, but can't sing at all. Yeah, I can mumble a few lines. So Leadership Unscripted will begin in the next 2 minutes. But while you listen to the song and you wait for the next 2 minutes, I want you to ponder on these questions. What if the very job you prayed for, the promotion you celebrated, the position everyone congratulated you for, has quietly become the thing that is destroying the life you worked so hard to build? What if the very job you prayed for, the promotion you celebrated, the position everyone congratulated you on, has quietly become the thing that is destroying the life you worked so hard to build? So take a moment. There's no need to answer, because tonight isn't about judging anyone. Tonight is about honesty, real honesty. The kind of honesty we usually avoid because it forces us out of our comfort zones. Some of you have spent years asking God for opportunities, years of studying, years of sacrificing, years working weekends, years saying yes when everyone else said no. You finally arrived. You finally became the principal, the deputy principal, the executive, the director, the manager, the business owner, the entrepreneur, the supervisor. And somewhere along the journey, you lost yourself. Not overnight, not because you made one bad decision, but because success often asks for payment in small installments. One missed family dinner, one cancelled vacation, one weekend spent answering emails, one child's football game you couldn't attend, one birthday you promised to make up later, until one day you looked around and realized you've become successful, but you're no longer at peace. Success is wonderful. So tonight is about asking a much harder question. What is success worth if it costs you your life? Leadership Unscripted will start in 1 minute.
Wake me up in the morning.
The next 2 minutes, Leadership Unscripted will talk. Will begin, and our topic for tonight Our topic for tonight, the promotion that cost you your peace. That is our topic for tonight. Good night, Forever Bless. How are you? Thank you for joining. Make sure you share the live and just tap the screen. We're now at 16.7k likes. Our aim tonight is to get it to 30,000. We've gone as far as 28,000 before. Thank you, Keisha, for that and Art. Thank you very much. So if you have something tonight to give God thanks for, if God has been good to you this week, today, or any time in your life, you should be rocking to this song. We have so many things to give God thanks for.
Wake me up in the morning. I'm there so now I can say God great and good.
We have so many good things to give God thanks for. It's a beautiful song there. Beautiful, beautiful song.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. The tension is building. Are you ready? It's time for the final countdown. Let's count down together. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, so good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Leadership Unscripted. Whether you're joining from the Cayman Islands, Jamaica, the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, or anywhere in the world, I genuinely appreciate you choosing to spend part of your Saturday night with me. So tonight, I want to have one of the most honest conversations we've ever had. Not a motivational conversation. Not a conversation about chasing success. Not a conversation about becoming the next CEO, principal, entrepreneur, or executive. Tonight is about something much deeper. Tonight is about what happens after you finally get everything you thought you wanted. Our topic for tonight, the promotion that cost you your peace. So I want you to listen carefully to this question. Not with your ears, but with your heart? What if the very job you prayed for, the promotion you celebrated, the position everyone congratulated you for, has quietly become the thing that is destroying the life you worked so hard to build? I want you to take a moment. Don't answer too quickly, because tonight isn't about judging anyone. Tonight is about honesty, real honesty. The kind of honesty we usually avoid because it forces us to confront ourselves. Some of you have spent years asking God for opportunities, years of studying, years of sacrificing, years working weekends, years saying yes when everyone else said no. So you finally arrived, you finally became. You became the principal, the deputy principal, the executive, or any job you were aspiring for. You got the job. And somewhere along the journey, you lost yourself. Not overnight, not because you made one bad decision, but because success often asks for payment in small installments. One missed dinner, one cancelled vacation, one weekend spent answering emails, one child's football game you couldn't attend, one birthday you promised your spouse or your children that you will make up for later because you missed it. Until one day, you looked around and realized you've become successful, but you're no longer at peace. So tonight isn't about whether success is good. Success is wonderful. Tonight is about asking a much harder question. What is success worth if it costs you your life? Before we begin, tell me where you're joining from tonight. Are you a school leader? Are you a teacher? Are you a business owner, police officer, healthcare worker, parent, student? Are you retired? From Miami. So welcome, Miami. Miami's in the house. Welcome. On top, welcome. Jamaica teacher, welcome. Thank you, SM, for sharing that. Now I want everyone to answer one question honestly. No pretending. No giving the answer you think sounds good. Just answer for yourself. Would you accept a lower paying job tomorrow if it meant getting your peace back? Oh, Nikki B says, my bedroom, lol. Okay, Nikki B. Yes or no? Would you accept a lower paying job tomorrow if it meant getting your peace back? You don't have to answer. And there's no wrong answer. You can just think about it. Just think about it. Forever Blessed says yes. So the first segment tonight will be the dream we were sold. From the time we were children, we're taught to keep climbing, work harder, study longer, get promoted, buy the biggest house, drive the better car, earn the bigger salary, become more successful. None of those things are wrong. The problem is that almost nobody teaches us to ask one very important question. Successful according to whom? Society, friends, family, social media, or according to your own definition? We've become experts at building impressive resumes, but many people are quietly living empty lives. Here's something I've learned over years in educational leadership. Many people pursue promotions believing they are moving toward freedom, Instead, they unknowingly move toward captivity. Because every promotion brings invisible responsibilities that nobody talks about during the interview. Nobody talks about them. Nobody tells you you'll carry problems home. Nobody tells you you'll lose sleep over decisions that affect hundreds of people. Nobody tells you people will expect you to always have the answer. And nobody tells you leadership can become lonely, very lonely. So tonight, I don't want you thinking about your job. I want you thinking about yourself. When was the last time you laughed working without checking your phone? When was the last time you laughed without checking your phone? When was the last time you sat with your family and were mentally present? Not physically present, you were mentally present. When was the last time you enjoyed your success instead of simply managing it? Those questions matter. Because life isn't measured by promotions. It's measured by moments. And I want you to keep in mind that success has an invoice. Every promotion has a salary. Every promotion also has an invoice. The salary arrives every month. The invoice arrives every day. Sometimes the invoice looks like anxiety. Sometimes it looks like high blood pressure. Sometimes it looks like exhaustion. Sometimes it looks like your child saying, "Dad or Mom, are you working late again?" Sometimes it looks like your spouse saying, "We never spend time together anymore." Sometimes it looks like lying awake at night, 2 o'clock in the morning, replaying tomorrow's meeting. Nobody applauds those moments, but they are real. And here's something uncomfortable. Many leaders become so accustomed to living under pressure, they mistake pressure for purpose. They begin believing, if I'm not overwhelmed, I'm not important. And that is one of the biggest lies leadership can teach us. Being busy doesn't automatically mean you're being effective. Being exhausted isn't proof of commitment. Sometimes it's proof that something needs to change. So here's a question, and I want you to be honest. Have you ever taken work home only to realize your family got what was left of you instead of the best of you? Yes or no? Have you ever taken work home only to realize your family got what's left of you and not the best of you? I see Dav says yes. Mandy said definitely. Yes. I see Bless said yes. Nikki says yes. And that's a serious leadership guilt. So let's talk about something leaders rarely admit. Yes, August back to work week coming up. Inspection coming up. Nikki says guilty. Forever Bless says yes, I've done it. Oh boy, that's my life basically. The guilt of taking a vacation. Sometimes you're taking vacation and you feel guilty. The guilt of switching off your phone. The guilt of saying no. The guilt of leaving work before everyone else. The guilt of resting. Some of you are watching tonight, and even now, your phone is beside you. You're worried about Monday. You're checking emails. You're wondering whether someone needs you. So I want to lovingly challenge you. I want to lovingly challenge you tonight. If your organization cannot function because you rested, you haven't built leadership. You've built dependence. One of the greatest responsibilities of leadership is creating systems that survive your absence. Because one day, every leader leaves. Retirement, resignation, illness, promotion, and life moves on. Healthy organizations continue because leadership was shared. Not because one person, TikTok want me to, 1 second. They want to verify, okay. Not because one person carried everything. Healthy organizations will live on long after you're gone. So stop feeling guilty. Stop feeling guilty for taking that vacation. Stop feeling guilty for calling sick. Stop feeling guilty for staying home and sleeping in for a day. Stop feeling guilty for turning off your work phone. And your personal phone, if your boss knows it, know your number, turn it off too. Amen. Stop feeling guilty for saying no. Stop feeling guilty for leaving work before everyone else. Don't ever feel guilty for that. Stop feeling guilty for resting. We are going to learn to stop feeling guilty for those. I know it's hard to do, Mandy. We're going to have to start practicing it. You're going to have to start practicing it. So the question nobody wants to answer. I want you to imagine something. You retire tomorrow. How do you do that if you are your own boss? How do you do that if you need to? If you are your own boss, you have to put time in it to rest. If you have other people in your organization, you may have to delegate. But you need time to rejuvenate. You need time. Mental rest is important. Chef Tess says, very hard. Worst when it's your own business. I understand that. If it's your own business, I understand. But you need the mental rest. So when you leave, what we're saying, when you leave work sometimes, you need to leave work. You need to leave work mentally. Because sometimes we leave work and we go home early. Physically, we're home. But mentally, we're still at work. What I'm saying, sometimes when you reach home, you need to leave work mentally. You need to be mentally present and not only physically present at home. That's what I'm asking. You need to be mental. You can't be laying in your bed at 1 o'clock in the night thinking about work. It means you're physically at home, but mentally you are at work. So that's what I'm saying. Mandy says, sometimes 3 in the morning, I wake up thinking about work. Yes, it's unhealthy. I do it. I do it. I do it. I do it. But it's unhealthy. So I want you to imagine something tonight. You retire tomorrow. Within a few weeks, someone else sits in your chair. Someone else signs the document. Someone else attends the meeting. Someone else leads the organization. And life goes on. Now imagine your family. Well, as Bless says, I dream about work. Call children name in my sleep. I dream about work, call children's name in my sleep. Bless, if I tell you some of the dreams I have, trust me, Dav said days, sir, not weeks. Trust me. So now imagine your family. Can they replace you? Can your children replace you? Can your spouse replace you? Can your parents replace you? The answer is no. Which means the people who need you most often receive the least amount of your time. The people who need you most often receives the least amount of your time. That thought should make every one of us uncomfortable. including me. Because leadership begins with leading ourselves. Sometimes you even think about what you're going to do for the month and it can get you some stress. Yes, it can. Forever blessed, trust me, yes. It's real. It's real out there. Sometimes you can't sleep. Especially if you want good. It's crazy. So I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to ask everyone in the live tonight a question. Don't answer in the comments, please. Answer it in your heart. If I continue living exactly the way I am today, if I continue living exactly the way I am today, where will my health be 5 years from now? Where will my marriage be? My friendships, my children, my happiness. Sometimes the future isn't hidden. It's simply the results of today's habits repeated over time. To reflect on that. Is it ever okay to walk away? Is it ever okay to walk away? Society celebrates climbing higher. Very few people celebrate stepping back. Yet sometimes the bravest decision isn't accepting another promotion. It's saying no. No to another responsibility. And before I continue, I don't want the life to seem as if, because we have people on the live who owns and run their own business. They're entrepreneurs. And what I am saying, I know you want the best for your business. I know you want your business to thrive. However, if you deplete yourself by not knowing when to leave work mentally, and you get strokes, high blood pressure, and all the other illnesses, someone else is going to take your business and inherit it. So it's either you're going to make the conscious decision to know when to take a mental break, when to take that trip, when to just go to the beach and enjoy yourself and be present. Bless says we have to learn to balance work and home life. We have to. I've allowed so many things to pass me by because of chasing success and chasing career. Yes, and that's the honest truth. So very few people celebrate stepping back. Keisha says, I'm going to need a day in October. Very few people celebrate stepping back. Yet sometimes the bravest decision isn't accepting another promotion. It's saying no. No to another responsibility. No to another committee. No to another title. No to sacrificing what matters most. Stepping down isn't always quitting. Sometimes it's choosing your health. Sometimes it's choosing your marriage. Sometimes it is choosing your children. Sometimes it is choosing life. Never let society convince you that protecting your peace is a lack of ambition. Peace isn't the absence of ambition. Peace is having your ambition under control instead of allowing it to control you. Remember that. And I'm going to now share with you 5 signs your ambition is becoming unhealthy. James said Keisha said a word to the wise is sufficient. And I need to take those words as well. So 5 signs your ambition is becoming unhealthy. And we're going to be taking some inventory tonight. 1, you feel anxious when you are not working. You feel anxious when you are not working. You don't know how to rest. It's summer and you're still working. You feel anxious. You check emails before speaking to your family. You check emails before speaking to your family. Your worth depends on your job title. Your worth depends on your job title. You haven't taken genuine rest in months. You haven't taken genuine rest in months. Your loved ones have started saying, "You're here, but you're really not here." If those statements describe your life, don't ignore them. They are warning signs, not of failure, but of imbalance. It means you're not balancing work life. You're not balancing. So now I'm going to ask you to step in the principal's chair. So an assistant principal walks into your office. She says, "I've finally been offered my dream principalship. It comes with a higher salary, more prestige, more responsibility, but I already know it will cost me evenings with my children and weekends with my husband. What would you advise me to do?" Think carefully before you answer. Would your advice be based on ambition or wisdom? What would you advise that assistant principal to do? She walked into your office. You're the principal, and your assistant principal walked into your office. And she says, "I've finally been offered my dream principalship job. It comes with a higher salary, more prestige, and more responsibility. But I already know it will cost me evenings with my children and weekends with my husband. What would you advise me to do?" Would your advice be based on ambition or on wisdom? What would you advise that person to do? Having gotten her dream job, but now she's faced with a decision. Taking the dream job will mean less time with her family, her children, and her husband. What would you advise her to do? Difficult one, I know. Can be a difficult one. But if it were me, I don't think that's my decision to make. I don't think that's my decision to make. The person in that situation will have to weigh the pros and cons, which will serve them best in the long run. Because being the workaholic I am by nature, I'm going to naturally say, take the job and try to balance it. Get your husband to compromise and try to balance. That's what I would say. But that isn't the best answer. So I wouldn't give my opinion in that situation. I would simply say, you weigh your options, and whichever will serve you best in the future, go with that one. Because the fact that she's already talking about spending less time with her family, it means she's already guilty. She's feeling guilty. JD says, "Take the job, miss." So what about the family? Husband need her time. Her children needs her time. And sometimes you see, especially for females, some people don't understand the difficult decisions females have to make, And they're not really appreciated, especially females in certain positions and working environment, in certain professions. People don't really appreciate, especially females. Sometimes you have to make some difficult decisions. I think it's more difficult for women when it comes down to work-life balance than men. Because women, they have so many responsibilities. And I think a lot of times they're not really appreciated, and people don't really think about that. How many sacrifices women. Yes, women. Because a man who's an executive doesn't have to sit and think about the choice between wife and children or anything. He just needs to be present and ensure the family is taken care of. But the wife, on the other hand, given a job, and I have to think about how will I ensure my husband is taken care of? How will I ensure my kids are taken care of? Why, yes, it usually comes with heavy, heavy responsibilities. So I see my phone here running out of charge. It means I'm going to have to unplug my speaker a minute and let my phone get some charge. Didn't get a charge this evening. Well, it says, yes, we have to think about work and the household, kids, husband, appointments, etc. DJG, it boils down to having the correct support systems in place. True. True, because woman is the one who carry the weight. Some of us don't have support either from other family members. That's true. That's so true. Are you still hearing me? Because I just removed the mic because my phone was need some charging. Are you still hearing me? Okay, you're still hearing me. Good. So one of the reasons I wrote this book was because I wanted leaders to understand that fragile systems don't only exist in organizations. James says some of us have families so many miles away. You have to pay for childcare. So true. So true. So true. A lot of sacrifices. A lot of sacrifices people make. A lot of sacrifices people make. A lot of sacrifices. And that's why as a leader, and I have mostly females in my organization, and when they come to tell me about their appointments, I just can't say no. How do I say no? When deep down I know that more times than not, they're making sacrifices to support certain initiatives at the school. How do you say no to them? So yeah. So that is one of the reasons I wrote this book, The Psychology of Fragility. Because I want people to understand that fragile systems don't only exist in organizations. Sometimes they exist within us. A leader can appear incredibly successful on the outside while quietly becoming emotionally exhausted on the inside. If we don't intentionally build resilience, healthy boundaries, and self-awareness, even the strongest leaders can become fragile without realizing it. Because leadership isn't only about improving organizations. It's about ensuring that the person leading them remains healthy enough to continue making positive difference. So if you've not yet gotten a copy of this book, please ensure you do so. Wonderful, wonderful book. Mandy says, bleeding while leading. Thank you, Tamara, for joining. Mandy says, bleeding while leading. Let me see some comments. Late night decorating for events, leaving family at home. It's a reality. You have to pay for child. It is the reality. It is the reality. It is the reality. It is the reality. Trust me. It is the reality. And oftentimes, it's not recognized enough and it's not applauded enough. But it's a reality. People make a lot of sacrifices. And we have a lot of people who show up every day. They show up every day smiling, giving 150%. And deep down, they're dying inside. They have a child at home who miss them. They have a child who needs them to represent them at a function at their school. They can't go. You miss birthdays. You miss reporting sessions for your own child. You miss the basketball game. You miss family dinner. You're at the table eating. And you're on your phone. You're checking email. You're thinking about work. Your husband or your wife cannot have a decent conversation with you at night because you're so tired. And if they try to talk to you, on your mouth them head, because you're miserable and you're grumpy, All of those are the sacrifices we make for the sake of our job. But is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it costing us our peace? And your children will remember the missed. Yes, your children will remember the missed moments. Sir, some giving 150%, and sometimes they are unwell too. True, but they are still showing up. They are still showing up. They are still showing, and that's so true. They are still showing up. They are still showing up. So sometimes we need to take stock of ourselves. Sometimes when you look and you have, sometimes you see teachers at school and they're there late. And I'm always gonna draw on teaching because that's where I work. That's my experience. And you see teachers at school and they go and pick up their children. And while they're at their school working until 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night, the poor children, they're there waiting, suffering. It's like the children, they left their school with a job and come to another job in the evening. Bless says, yes, I have to check myself on the miserableness when I get home from work. Not fair for... It's true. It's true. It's true. And especially teachers too. Sometimes because you're hearing the miss the entire day. People calling your name. When you get home, if one of your child ever call your name, you knock them down. Because you go home overstimulated. You based on the experience for the day. But we have to learn to find balance. Keisha says, no one hear no talking when I get home. Yes. Blessed name of head. Yes, it's true. It's true. Because you have poured your best into the organization and have nothing left for the ones who matter. It's true. It's true. It is true. It is so true. So we have to learn. We have to learn to balance things. We need to learn to balance things and learn to balance. So stop being guilty. Stop being guilty. Stop being guilty. Stop guilting yourself. So how do we balance? How do you balance? Nikki B, is really a personal decision. You have to know your limits. You have to know your limit and know when it is sacrificing what matters most. And every time your family is what matters most. We need the job. We need the job. And nobody's saying you're going to neglect your job. You're going to walk off your job. You're going to resign. No, we're not saying that. But you're going to ensure that the fact that you are not always absent from your family. You're going to ensure that you make the effort to show up for the big moments. Make the effort. And for those who have partners at home, stop taking on the work mentally. Stop taking on the work mentally. Nikki says, we sometimes need to stop chewing off more. Stop chewing off more than we can handle. And just learn to say, boss, I really want to help. But I have to say no. Please find somebody else. I have to say no. Or if I'm going to do this alone, I won't be able to. Instead of asking me alone to give me 2 or 3 other persons to help me with this project. I cannot do it. Yeah, sometimes we have to be honest. We have to be honest. We have to really... Thank you, Miranda, for the clap hands. Thank you very much. Family always comes first. Family always comes first. Always know that. So before we go to bed tonight, I don't want you to ask yourself, what promotion do I want next? Don't ask yourself that. Instead ask, who am I becoming while I'm chasing it? Who am I becoming while I'm chasing that promotion? Because titles expire, contracts will end, organizations will replace us. But your family only gets one version of you. Your children only get one childhood with you. Your spouse only gets one lifetime beside you. And you only get one life. Don't spend it becoming successful in public while quietly falling apart in private. Don't spend your time, your entire life, becoming successful in public while quietly falling apart in private. We should not allow anyone to guilt trip. Yes, for no reason. If it doesn't align, it just doesn't align. And that's just a reality. That's just a reality. You know, many times I'm home and I want to take a day off. I wake up in the morning and I'm genuinely not feeling well. And I will say I am not going. And I wake up at 6 or 5 and I say I'm not going to work today. And I lay in the bed. And as the clock touch 7:30 or 7 o'clock, me jump up. I'm ready for work. I will be sick and take a day off. And it might as well I go to work. I spend the entire day in the group chat, checking emails, and not even a 30 minutes to relax and rest and put down the phone. Yes. It's a sickness. It's an addiction, an unhealthy practice. It is an unhealthy practice. Something I need to work on. Every birthday I'm at work. And when I get home in the night, I'm so tired I don't even get a chance to go out to have a glass of wine. And I just see it as another day and move on with life. Yeah, so sometimes we're going to start, including myself, to stop feeling guilty for choosing self. Stop feeling guilty for choosing self, because when that illness take you out and your family is left alone, before you're cold, before your body is cold, the leadership of the organization is looking your replacement. So we're going to start. Stop feeling guilty. We're going to stop feeling guilty for choosing ourselves. It's because you're meticulous in what you do and you always give. Which is true. It's so true. But we have to learn. We have to learn to breathe. To breathe. Now, as I said before, titles, they'll expire. So true, I'll be home, but check the corner to see if everything is going to plan. Exactly. So we need to start realizing, forever blessed. So true, I will be home, but check the karma to see if everything is true. So true. So the camera. So true. We don't give ourselves the opportunity to rest and to be mentally absent. And that's true. You're home, but mentally you're at work. Yes, sir, you need to one miss a day. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. So we need to remember, and this is a reminder to myself as well, that the title will expire. The title is going to expire. That is inevitable. Oh, get a money gun tonight. Who sent that? Who's that? Forever blessed. Thank you. Thank you, Forever blessed, for that money gun. No. The title will expire. It will. The title will expire. The contract. Thank you, Manny, for that road. The contract will end. The contract will end. Organization is going to replace us, whether we like it or not. In our jobs, we have a shelf life. In our current job, we have a shelf life. Are you going to wait until you've expired before you start living? A teacher at my work would say, I'm not going to call the name, a teacher at my work would say, when I started this job, I was a young, rosy tomato. Now I'm an old cabbage. And she oftentimes used that analogy. And sometimes we're laughing. I'm learning true talk. You are teaching me the truth of life. It's true. It's true. And sometimes when she says it, she's always saying it to me. I came here when I was a young, fresh, succulent tomato. And now I'm like an old cabbage. She often says that. How do I get this off? She's always saying that. And I'm always laughing. But what she's trying to say is that you're in the job. And everybody is loving what you're doing now. Everybody is for you. But 10, 15 years on the line, younger and brighter minds will come on the scene. And they'll slowly push you aside. Are you going to kill yourself on the job? Are you going to kill yourself on the job and don't live a little? Thank you, bless for that, Rose. Are you going to kill yourself on the job and don't live a little? Don't take the vacation. So a lot of us, including myself, need to start taking stock. Taking stock of how much we give to everything and everyone around us except the people and us. Start with us. Start with us. And you will be nothing but a faint memory to your job. So true. You will be nothing but a faint memory to your job. And blessed said the bills have to be paid, but we have to enjoy life and the little moments. So true. We have to enjoy life and the little moments. And your job, and you will be nothing but a faint memory to your job. So remember, titles do expire. Contracts will end. Organizations will replace us. It will. Organizations will replace us. I see we're now at 38.7k likes. The aim tonight was 30k. Let us see if we can get to 40k tonight. Let us see if we can get to 40k. So remember, titles will expire. Contracts, it will come to an end. Organizations will replace us. And even if you have your own business, at some point, you're going to get tired. And you're going to have to hand it over to your child or to somebody to run it for you. But are you going to wait until that time to start living a little? To start taking care of yourself? Because you can spend your whole life now saving and racking up millions and billions and then spend it back at hospital. Spend it back paying for medication. Do we really want that? Do we want to work to spend our life killing ourselves? Investing and saving the money just to realize you're retired and your entire life saving. The doctors are out there waiting to write them prescriptions, to schedule them surgeries. So you better start taking care of yourself. You better start taking care of yourself. And I may need to I am going to have to take up that pot of mint that is on my veranda right now, my porch. I'm going to take up that pot of milk, that pot of mint that I'm growing out there, and put it to the back. Because every time I feel a headache, I go to the porch and I pick up a leaf and I go and make mint tea. And I'm better again before I go to the doctor to check on it. If I feel a tummy ache or I feel exhausted, I go and pick mint. Making mint tea for everything before going to the doctor. So I'm going to have to start taking it's true, bless. It's true, bless. I can show when I'm through with the live tomorrow when it's bright, I am going to take a picture of that mint, that big blue pot of mint that I'm growing outside. And every time I'm sick before I go to the doctor, I drink mint till I lean. Because I don't want to be absent. I don't want to be absent. Whenever you see me come to work, and you see I walk with that silver cup, don't ask any question. Don't ask any questions. There's mint in it. I am literally dying, but I have mint in it, thinking mint will cure everything. It's true. I'm going to remove the mint. I'm going to remove it. I'm going to remove it. I am going to remove it. Forever Blessed says, I have learned something tonight. It's 3:24 in the morning in England, and I'm still at work. See there? In the morning, and you're still at 3:24 in the morning, you're still at work. I can't wait to see this. You deserve your me. It's true. What Dr. De Uno Bless says, what Dr. De Uno. It's true. It's true. It's true. So remember that organizations will replace us. But your family only gets one version of you. And my aunt, for the longest while, she has been asking me to take that trip to the UK to come and look for her. And I've been delaying for years. I'm going to take that trip shortly. I'm going to take that trip. 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 Good night, Renee. Good night. I'm going to take that trip. Your children only gets one childhood with you. Your spouse only gets one lifetime with you. One lifetime beside you. But most important, good night, Renee. But most importantly, you only get one life. One life to live. You only get one life to live. So don't spend it becoming successful in public while quietly falling apart in private. So I want to thank you for joining me for another episode of Leadership Unscripted. I want to thank you. So if tonight's challenge your thinking, thank you, Manny, for that, and Heart. If tonight challenge your thinking, I am going to be downloading this live. Tonight's conversation will be downloaded and it will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. And I'm asking everyone on the live to please go over to my YouTube channel. It is, let me tell you the name of the channel. Nikki, can you type in the chat for me, Nikki? Or Dav, or James, one of you type it in the chat. My YouTube channel is, let me tell it to you. 1 second. Dr. R. Dale. Dr. R. Dale, that's my YouTube channel. Please go over there for me and subscribe. So very short, I'll be able to come live on TikTok and YouTube at the same time. So please go over, Dr. R. Dale, yes. So please go over to my YouTube channel and subscribe and share my channel link to somebody so we can get to, all I need is 50 subscribers so I can go live on the channel as well. To reach more people, because sometimes we're having some wonderful conversations over here. But sometimes there are people, they will need to hear it. But they don't really use TikTok. So let's just see if we can get some people to like the channel. I now have 25 subscribers. If we can, I want to get it to 50 subscribers. So I will be able to go live. So I want to go live on more than one platforms. But tonight's conversation, I will upload it to the YouTube channel. I will upload it to the YouTube channel so you can share the link and invite people to go over there and watch the videos. Most of the segments I've done on TikTok, they're on the YouTube channel as well. I've uploaded them so anybody can go over there and sit in their own time and rewatch each episode of the shows every night. So tomorrow night, it's the beginning of a week. So I want to tone it down a bit tomorrow night. So our topic for tomorrow night will be the kindest person in the room isn't always the weakest. They're often the strongest. That's my topic for tomorrow night. The kindest person in the room isn't always the weakest. They're often the strongest. The kindest person in the room isn't always the weakest. They're often the strongest. And you hear the song, Don't Take My Kindness for Weakness? So we have our theme song for tomorrow right there. So tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m., we'll continue another powerful conversation that will challenge how we think about leadership, character, and the choices we make every day. So JD, you're enjoying the conversation. You ask if I'm done already. No, we're going to still, the formal segment of the show is finished. But we're not going offline. We're still going to be having, our informal conversation. But I want you to remember, never become so committed to a building, never becoming so committed to building a successful career that you forget to build a meaningful life. Never become so committed to building a successful career that you forget to build a meaningful life. So what were some of the highlights for tonight? Let me go through them. Some of the highlights for tonight. We did an audit. Of things you must look out for to determine if you're living an unhealthy life. And we identified 5 things. And I'm going to go through some things, through them again. I'm going to go through some again. And if you're able to identify any of them, if any of them speak to you, it means some aspect of your life is in balance. Here they are. Number 1, you feel anxious when you're not working. You're at home and you feel anxious. You want to be at work. Number 2, you check emails before speaking to your family. You check emails. And Mandy, can you copy the YouTube link? Mandy, can you go over to my YouTube? Or Shaw, any one of you, can you go over to my YouTube, copy the link, and TikTok will not allow us to put the YouTube link in here. But whether it is one word, Dr. Ardale, one word, DRRDALE. You check emails before speaking to your family. Oh, it's there. Okay, Renee, thank you. Your worth depends on your job title. You haven't taken genuine rest in months. And genuine rest, I don't mean lay down and sleep. Or lay down or sitting down watching TV. That's not genuine rest. Genuine rest is when you're at a place, you're home or you're somewhere, and mentally you're there too. So you can be home and thinking and lay down and think you're resting, but mentally you're at work. You're at work. Your mind is on work. You're planning for September in your head. You're planning for next week in your head. You're thinking of strategies. You're on your phone, and before you watch the TikTok videos and give a good laugh and enjoy some of the comics, some of the funny things on TikTok, you're there looking for teaching ideas. You're there looking for strategies. Nigga says, so you're talking my business. It's true. Thank you, Weller. Thank you, Bless. It's true. It's so true. So sometimes we don't really get a chance to enjoy the moment. So when we're resting, when we take those vacations, when we go on that holiday, we need to be mentally there. We need to be mentally there. So Mandy, this one is for you. When you go on that vacation, be mentally there. Be mentally there. And this one, hear this one. Your loved ones have started saying, you're here, but you're not really here. If those statements describe your life, don't ignore them. They are warning signs, not of failure, but of imbalance. So true, Nikki. Mandy love the teaching pages. Mandy love the teaching pages. She find all the teaching pages on TikTok, on Facebook, I mean. She find all of those things on Facebook and she's sending them to you. So she's not really resting because mentally her mind is on work. Her mind is on work. Her mind is on work. That's true. So guess what we're going to start doing? Another recap segment. So we're going to start saying no. No to those extra responsibility. Nikki says we need to confiscate your phone. So true. No to those extra responsibility. No to being assigned to another committee. No to sacrificing what matters most. And when you say no, this is what you're doing. You're choosing your health. If you're married, you're choosing your marriage. If you have children, that one no means you're choosing your children because you can go home and have some quality time with your children. And that no, that one no, may be you choosing your life. Because that will take you off the blood pressure medication that you're on. That will take off your anxiety medication. Let me show you something. Boy, I am speaking so much to myself tonight. It's not even funny. Let me show you something. I want to show you something. So this, I can't even show. You see this? I have about 5 of these. I don't want to show where I got it from. I have about 5 of these Westin Hotel Spa gift card. And they've all expired. And each of them valued $250 US. That people have given me for me to go to the spa and relax and get my body well rubbed down. About 5 of them, each of them valued $250 US, and they've all expired. Can't be used again. Blessed me just did like a big one. They're here. They're in my drawer and like it's crazy. And I haven't gone there to stay because I don't give myself the chance to find the time. So when I'm talking to that, I'm talking to myself too. So I'm far from perfect. I'm talking to myself too that I need to start making better. I need to start choosing self. I need to start choosing self. I need to start choosing self. Because sometimes we don't want to face the hard truth that what? Retirement will come. Where the same job you're killing yourself for now, you'll have to move on. Resignation will come. Non-renewal of contract will come. Illness can take you out as well. Bless says, never me I go. We're now at 48.4k likes. Let us see if we can get to 50K. So our aim tonight was 30K. We're now at 48.5K. We're on a roll tonight, man. We're on a roll tonight. And this is something I need to start telling myself, that healthy organizations continue because leadership was shared, not because one person carried everything. So because you're the leader and you're not at work, don't ever think that the company will crash. No, the company won't crash. The company won't crash. You take care of yourself, rejuvenate, and go back better tomorrow. Rejuvenate and go back better tomorrow. Rejuvenate. When you're home, be present mentally and not just physically. Be present mentally and not just physically. Always remember that. Be present mentally and not just physically. We cannot allow a job to let us miss living. We cannot stop living because of a job. We cannot. We cannot. We cannot stop living because of a job. So we need to know when to say no. When to say no. Because sometimes that no is you saying yes to your family, yes to your partner, yes to your children. And sometimes, and most times, is you saying yes to one less blood pressure medication. Yes to you saying no to one less back pain. So that no, when you say no, so no, sometimes we need to say no. We need to say no. Roots, good night. Thank you for joining Leadership Unscripted. Roots, I'm not sure if it seems you're just joining, but if you're just joining, you'd have missed a wonderful, wonderful session tonight. Our topic was, let me tell you what our topic was. The promotion that cost you your peace. And we're talking about giving an organization or all and stop living. Being guilty, feeling guilty for taking a day off. Being at home and you're there physically, but mentally you're not there. You're taking the work home with you. That was our conversation tonight. And it was a really, really lively discussion tonight. We're now at 49K likes. The goal tonight was 30K. We're now at 49. Let us see if we can hit 50. Let us see if we can hit 50K tonight. But Ruth, we're on air every night. We're here every night at 8:30. Every night, we're here every night at 8:30. Every night at 8:30. So remember, when you say no sometimes, it's you saying yes to more time with your family. Yes to your health. So do not let anyone guilt you into always saying yes. Do not put do not put the job before you. Your girl here, well, hi Leah, good night. Do not put the job before you. Do not. Because your replacement may be 1 day away, 1 month away, 2 months away, a year away. And when you're gone, after a week, people don't even remember you. People don't even remember you after a month. And sometimes we spend years working and securing money in the bank and forget to take care of ourselves. Forget to take care of your health. And guess what? You retire And all of that money is spent paying for medication. All of that money is spent paying for medication. And that's why when you hear some people say, I'm telling you that they're living their life and they're traveling. And even the nowadays young people, and you see them taking trips and they're living their best life. Leave them alone. Let them live life. Leave them alone. Let them live life. Let them travel. Let them travel. Let them live life. Because that is, if that is what they're doing to take care of their mental health, leave the people them be. Let them live life. Let them travel. Let them go beach. Let them go hotel with the last money tonight and come back tomorrow, I beg. That's their decision. But at least mentally they're taking care of their mental. So you can stay there. You can stay there, work and bank the money. Work and bank the money and invest everything. And don't want to spend $1 on you. Some of you hardly want to go to a restaurant and buy a good meal. The furthest you want to go is KFC and Popeyes. Bless says, yes, no Batman me when you see me outside living my life. So true, Bless. And Peppers. In Nikki B, the furthest they want to go is Popeyes and Burger King. Which with the next one now? Wendy's. Then I'll put on the nice dress and the nice shirt and the nice shorts and walk down by Commander Bay or to a nice restaurant. Go enjoy a nice meal. So teacher, why you rub out so? It's true. It's true. It's true. And I'm speaking to myself too. And chill. Miss Harrison, yes, true. Yes, Renee. And Chill Spot. They $8 food. Nikki B says, take the trip, buy the cake, buy the shoe. It's true. It's true. It is true. It is true. It is true. We work and we kill ourselves, and at the end of the month, you fail to go get your foot them wash. Go get your hand them rub. The same 2 foot them that keep you up, that keep you moving around every day. Carry you through work. You're on that 1 foot, that 2 foot every day. And at the end of the month, you can't spend $20 or cock up it and make somebody rub it. And thank your feet. Go to Welly's, guys. Best tasty restaurant food on the island. But Star Teacher, sometimes you want to take yourself out and treat yourself. I always say to myself, you see? I always say to myself, go to a restaurant and choose something on the menu you can't pronounce. So when the waiter comes to you and says, I want that one. Whatever it is, I want that. Yes, man. Go to a restaurant and don't choose the steak and the chicken and the pork. You're used to the meat there. You're used to that. Look on the menu and point at something you don't know. You cannot pronounce it. You don't have a clue where it is, what it is. Buy one drink you can't pronounce. That's all. Or you have to use ChatGPT or Google to help you figure out what is in it. Yes, man. Forever Blessed is the most expensive one. That's true. Sometimes you have to treat yourself. Because guess what? And this has happened to me so many times. The people around you see, and friends and everybody else, you give them your best. You take up the best, give them. You will take up $100,000 and give to somebody. Give to a friend, lend somebody. But you will not take $1,000 to buy a good meal for yourself. You would not take $20 to go to one spa, cock up your dirty foot down and make somebody rub it. You will not do that. And that's just that's just fact. Thank you, Shorty, for joining. That's just fact. $75 for it. $75 for it, sir. Exactly. Some of the times when you look at trust me, man. Trust me. But so we're gonna start, including myself, as I said, start treating yourself a little. Take that trip. Go to that restaurant. Stop allowing the $250 Westin gift cards to expire on you. Stop allowing them to expire on you. Go out a little. Travel. Travel, man, and just enjoy yourself. And just give your body that opportunity to refresh. Go to the spa. Lean back, cock up your foot. There's somebody rub your dirty foot them. And after a glass of wine while they're rubbing your foot, you're drinking wine. And you snap 2 pictures. You know how therapeutic that is? I pray that this year our boss will give certificates. Can I get an amen? Amen. I pray that our boss give certificate this year, Nikki B. I pray too. Bless says, every year I tell myself I'm going to treat myself to a spa day for my birthday. And I'll know me can't reach. Listen to me, September 13 is coming up. And I know that is a school day. But I'm owing it to myself to be on a plane going somewhere. Yes, I have to owe it to myself. Yes, I have to do something. Who did this here? Even Mr. Day late. Sorry about that. I understand, man, but you're late, but you reach. That's all. You're late, but you reach. And we're having a wonderful discussion over here. Young Star joined. So we're going to start ensuring that we treat ourselves a little. We live a little. I'm going to come to England. Of course I'm going to come. I'm going to take that trip. Of course. I'm going to take that trip. I need to take that trip. I really need to take that trip. Because, trust me, we need to treat ourselves a little. Live a little and go and enjoy. Exactly. Live a little. Harrison, let me find out that song you just said. Live a little and go and enjoy life. What the title of that song? Live a little. That's it name? Live a little. What song Mr. Harrison said go? Live a little and go and enjoy life. Little. And go on. Live a little. Wonder if it clean. Is it clean? Alright, this one? By Diane, yeah. We find it, man. This is it, yeah. This is it. Live a little. Cause every muckle make a mickle. Same so. Go and enjoy life for real. Give a little and just live. And just live like, yeah, just live. Enjoy life and just live. Let me ask another question. When last any of us in the group, in the chat here, When last any of us in the chat here go on all inclusive hotel to just to just relax for 1 day or two? When last? When last we've gone, we've really paid our money and got to an all inclusive hotel. Oh, Nikki B last year this time. Ren, I know you live life, you know. If it's one thing with you, if it's one thing with you, if it's one thing with you, last week, company bring me though. My birthday is a national holiday. I trust me, I know, Ren. See, we have to live a little, man. We have to live a little. We have to live a little. I went twice this year. You guys wouldn't want me to answer that question. Mighty God. Buddy? You guys wouldn't want me to answer that question. I can't tell you when I go to a hotel. I can't tell you when last I go on hotel I cut my foot. I'm gonna from the time me and my husband I plan to reach, I don't get reach. Bless. Bless, you're killing me tonight. It seems that you have a lot of bless. It seems that you have a lot of things planned, bless. But you're not you're not reaching. We were some bless. In bless. You can't reach. Trust me, bless. We're going to reach Joe Bless and we're going to show them pictures of us actually there. Kemisha Mir, good night. Kemisha, good night. Thank you for joining Leadership Unscripted. Moisha, what's up? How are you? Thank you for joining. Why are you not sleeping? Moisha? Why are you not sleeping? Not answering me. Why are you not sleeping? Yeah, so we're gonna good night, Ryan lol. I'm watching you're watching a movie. Okay. Okay, so you're I see that you're what do I call it now? You're taking some you time to relax. So are you mentally there or you're just physically there looking at the TV? Or are you mentally watching the movie and actually enjoying the movie? Because that's what tonight's conversation is about. It's when we're relaxing and resting, we're mentally there as well. We're not thinking about work or anything else. We're just enjoying life. Are you? Yes, bless you. You need a journal, bless. You need a journal. Bless, you need a journal. Yes, you need a journal, bless. You need a journal, bless. You need a journal. You need a journal, bless. Had a busy day, so just relaxing. I'm actually enjoying the movie. Okay. Are you traveling this year, bless? Are you traveling? Oh, you're not traveling. Let me go on Amazon and tell you how much for it on Amazon. 1 second. We're coming. Let me tell you. It's actually 15 US for it on Amazon, which means it is $15 for it. It's $15 for it, bless. Do you want one? I think I have a few copies. Nikki B 1 tonight. I have Ren, are you traveling this year? Are you traveling this year, Ren? I actually have a few copies, not a lot. I have a few copies here, but I honestly haven't I wasn't promoting it. But journaling is really something we need to take. Yeah. I'm gonna ordering some copies as well, but I have a few. But it's on Amazon for $15 though. But I would not. In name Becoming by Dr. Ryan Dale. That's his name. It look like this. It's on Amazon. It looks just like this. And it comes with, let me tell you, 30 weeks. 30 weeks. You can write up to 30 weeks of journaling. And it allows you, it's a goal setting journal. So at the beginning, it tells you how, it gives you instruction how to use the journal. Andre, what's up? It gives you instruction how to use the journal. It allows you to set your goal, your long-term goals and your short-term goals. And then through the journal, you're allowed to track your goal. And every time you achieve a goal, it allows you to set a new goal. And if something happens and you don't get a chance to achieve that goal, it gives you an opportunity to reflect on that goal and to extend the time in which you want to achieve that goal, or to say why your goal, if your goal change, to say why you've changed that goal. So exactly, Renee, it's holding yourself accountable. And a good thing, how I wrote this, how I did this journal, anybody, even a child, can use this journal. And at the end of every week, there's a motivational quote there. So for week 1, it says, every reflection is a step toward who you are becoming. This one says, you do not become who you want by chance. You become who you choose consistently and intentionally. This one says, growth begins the moment you pause, reflect, and choose to move forward with intention. I'm going to promote it. I realize that. And this one says, becoming is a quiet decision to grow, even when no one is watching. You're not defined by where you start, but by what you choose to become. Every version of you has led to this moment. Honor it, then evolve beyond it. Becoming requires release of doubt, of fear, of who you no longer need to be. Reflection turns experience into wisdom. This one, the more honest your reflection, the clearer your direction. So every page, every single journal, every single thing, progress is not always loud. Sometimes it is simply choosing not to give up. So there is a motivational quote on every single page. And surprisingly, I have not promoted it. It has been on Amazon from about February, March of this year. And I have never promoted it. I've never promoted it. Until today, while I was cleaning up, I came across a journal that I had. And it's some notes I made from December 12, 2022. And when I look back at the things I set out to achieve since 2022, I realized that I've achieved everything except one. And I said to myself, I need to come back to this, because journaling, it keeps you accountable. It keeps you accountable, and even you write down things. And sometimes you write down some aspiration, and you put it away. And when you go back a year after, a couple of months after, you look back at where your mindset was. And when you look, you actually realize you have a lot of things. You have a lot of things to give God thanks for. And you realize that sometimes you have been too hard on yourself. Because look at this, in 2022, I listed 10 things. 10 things I wanted to achieve. And I have achieved 9 of them. I have achieved 9 out of the 10 of them. If someone they just come to me and say, Dr. Dale, you've accomplished a lot in the last 2 years, you know. I would say, oh yeah, I did. But seeing it for yourself in writing, the feeling is different. And I think I'm gonna have to start. I'm gonna start promoting journaling and this more. I'm gonna start promoting this journal more. It's really powerful. Space is there for you to write. And at the end of each week, it allows you to reflect at the end of each week. So it says, this week I'm grateful for. And it gives you the space to write. This week I learned. And it tells you what you learned. For you to write on what you've learned this week. So it allows you to reflect on your week, to reflect on your goal. It's really good. And yeah, I like it. I need to promote it more. I need to promote it more. And it also triggered me because since I've achieved 9 of the 10 things I've written in here, the one thing I didn't achieve, I'm going to write it in this one. And I'm going to write some of the things I need to achieve. And one of them will be to grow this platform. And to remain consistent with this platform. I'm going to do that. Hey, Sarlene, good night. So guys, so tonight we started out with a goal of getting 30k likes. We're currently at, thank you, blessed for that money gone. Thank you very much. Now we're at 56.8k likes. And you're active. Exactly, Renee's Little World. You're actually working on that goal. So I'm gonna order in some of these journals. I'm gonna order in some. I'm gonna ship in some. I have a few, about 4 or 5 over there, so. As I said, I wasn't planning on promoting it or anything until I found this today. So I'm gonna promote it some. I'm gonna order in some copies and then promote it. But you guys can go online. It's on Amazon and order one for yourself. It will reach in like 2 or 3 days. Dale Lane, thank you for reposting this live. Tonight's session is actually it's less formal. We are having some powerful conversation over here. Some real powerful conversation. So let me go back to, what's his name? Deani? That's his name? I'm not really a dancehall fan, but I like the song.
Let the good vibes flow. All I wanna do is live a little and breathe a little and go and enjoy life.
Dav, what's up? Sir, write my name in mine and sign my book. Thank you. I will, Nikki B. I will write your name in it and sign it. You will actually be the second person to have one because a teacher from another school went online and she saw it and she bought a copy and she did tell me a month or so ago that she loved it, but I didn't, yeah, because I was focusing on my other books, so I didn't get around to promoting this book. But yeah, I'll do that, Nikki. I'll definitely do that. No, man, I won't give it away. Man. I won't give it away. And I'm gonna ordering a few copies as well. I'm gonna ordering some copy. Thank you, Moisha, for sharing the live. Land, go on, enjoy life. Yeah, that's a wonderful song, Renee. Thank you for yeah.
Love song time.
Thank you for bringing that one up.
Acoustic session with your boy Caleb Hart and Daniel Song. This one's called Dream Come True. Tagada.
So just a reminder, the job will always be there, but you will not always be there. The job will always be there, but you will not always be there. Your children will not always be young. Your children will not always be young. Your children will not always be young. So enjoy their childhood with them. Your partner will not always be in their prime. Your partner will not always be in their prime. So enjoy their prime years with them. What did I say? Your partner will not always be in their prime. Enjoy their prime years with them. You will not always be in your prime. So learn to enjoy life while we can. Because we cannot enjoy life when you're on a sick bed. No, we can't. We cannot enjoy life in the hospital. So let us learn to enjoy life a bit. Enjoy life and live and take care of ourselves. Take care of ourselves. Because trust me, these organizations will take every drip of energy and life out of you and then push you aside for the next bright mind that come along. Because all of us have an expiry date. But while you give your best to your profession, while you give of your best to your goal, remember to give of your best to yourself. Remember to give of your best to yourself. Remember to give of yourself, your best to yourself. Our goal tonight was 30k likes. We're now at 59.4k likes. The highest we've ever gone before tonight was 28k. Tonight we are at, and so I set myself 2k to say we're gonna go to 30k likes tonight. We're now at 59.6k. And I'm gonna turn that analogy around to our life. Sometimes you see when we're setting goal, we set them too low. Sometimes when we're setting goals, we set them too low. Because look at me, setting the goal for tonight for 30k, and it's now 59.8k. So sometimes when we're setting goals, we set them too low. And I'm going to put it back to our own life now. Let us move away from that analogy. Sometimes when we set goals for ourselves, and when we set out to say we want to do that, sometimes we're setting our bars too low. And because we set our bars too low, we achieve the low bar we set and we become comfortable. When in fact, if we had set it higher, we would have achieved that as well. So sometimes when you're setting goals for yourself, do not set it. See, Nikki, we're now past 60k. We're 60.5k. Sometimes when you're setting goal, you need to also ensure that that goal challenges you. It's not a goal if it's easy to achieve. Can't be a goal if it's easy to achieve. It cannot be a goal if it's easy to achieve. It is a goal when it takes some effort, when it takes some intentional action to get there. That's when it is a goal. It can't be a substantial goal if you set the goal tomorrow and by next week you achieve it. No. Exactly, Keisha. A real goal should result in some sacrifice. A real goal should push you past your limits. And don't be afraid to set goals that will push you past your limits. Sometimes you must sit down and set some goal, you see? Sometimes you must sit down and set some goal and then laugh at yourself and say, boy, I'm ambitious, eh? Sometimes you must set some goal for yourself and sit down and say, boy, I'm ambitious, bad, and laugh at yourself. But still work towards it. Still work towards it. If David's on the live, I think David's sleeping now. Because Dav went and got her nail and feet done today, you know. So Dav foot feel light tonight. So Dav foot feel light and Dav fingers feel light tonight. So Dav is sleeping now, you see. Dav not on the live. Dav is sleeping now. And I understand. Dav went and got her nails and her feet done today. So Dav feet feel light tonight. So Dav is sleeping now. But if Dav can tell you, from the day, every time I tell her, Oprah will discover me one day. And Oprah will put my book on her platform. So millions can see it. That's a big goal. It may not be Oprah. It may be somebody else. Exactly, Keisha. Me and God with them goals. Exactly. Set your goal. That sometimes you amaze yourself. You wonder what you were thinking. Sometimes you wonder what you were thinking. Sometimes it makes you wonder what you were thinking. Hey man, so set some ambitious goals. Set the ambitious goals. Set the goals that will require some work from you. Set the goals that will require you to become uncomfortable. Set the goals that will require some uncomfortableness in your life. That will require you to adjust something. That will require you to do something different. So when you achieve it, you feel like you accomplished something. Don't say